Hello Aquarius, this is Victoria and I'm here with your October Tarot Forecast. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. I'm happy to have you here and let's get started. I'm starting with an oracle card as always, and then we'll get on with your love situation, career and workspace, and we'll get you some guidance from the universe on how to navigate the energies of the month. At the end I'll pull some messages from your person of interest to yourself. All right, let's see. Have a big month with all the eclipses happening. Okay. Cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. Yeah, so if you do have access to a body of water, usually people do, but you know what I mean, especially if it's a like natural body of water like a lake or a river, sea, ocean, whatever, you can do some cleansing rituals with it, right? Or of course you can do something in the bath or shower. It's more about intention. It's what you purify, it's how you clear it out. Although remember that it's more of a complementary action, right? So it's basically, the card is saying that some cleansing is needed at this time, right? Emotional cleanse probably more than physical, right? But you can definitely complement it with the physical one, and it will activate something beautiful. That's something that you're keeping inside. How to put this, right? Like there is some force that's trying to break free, some sort of creative force, maybe new talent or skill that is about to burst free, right? Some great ideas, but they are bottled inside because of that emotional block that you have, right? And that cleansing will actually help set it free and access it and work with it. Because at this time, I'm getting that for a lot of you, it's not even conscious. It's not like you know about it, but you are not doing anything with it. It's like you don't necessarily have the knowledge of it. Okay, let's see. So for your love life, we have signs, this is a little bit of a different deck, and I already had it here, so on the table, so I decided to go with it. This is Six of Swords, the Fool, and Six of Pentacles. Okay, for your career, we have the Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords. Okay, yeah, that's that breakthrough, by the way. And you see, like, in this specific deck, the sword is cutting through fire, it seems, right? And also through clouds, right? That's what I was talking about. Seven of Cups as well. Advice from the universe, the King of Cups, Knight of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. Wow, another ace. You have two aces and a Fool. New beginnings. Oppression at the bottom of the deck. This is Ten of Wands. So yeah, again, this is the same energy I was talking about, and I feel like there is that kind of block / pressure, you know, when you've been in a situation where you felt like you had to behave a certain way, you have to go through certain steps, right? It creates that oppressive energy. It creates the energy where you don't feel like you're free to do what you want, to do what you feel is right. It's more like, I have to get on with this now. I need to take care of that, right? So that's that oppressive energy that's blocking you. That's where that cleansing and letting go is needed. Okay, let's take a look at it more closely now. So for your relationship, I like that it has two sixes. Sixes are about something stable that you can take out in the public, right? Like everything from Ace to 5 in tarot is a more personal experience. From 6 onwards, it's more outwards, right? Into the space, into the external. So what we're seeing here is you are in the months of October, you are finding new ways on finding peace and finding balance, finding that baseline for yourself, right? Of how do you feel about yourself and how do you want to portray yourself into the world, right? Like your image in the world. You're getting a much better idea of it. It's not a lot about relationship here, I'm sorry guys, but a lot of times this part is more about the personal space and your relationship with yourself, just the most important one anyway, right? This one actually is, because the Six of Pentacles is more about exchange with, you know, people, places, events around you, right? And let's stick to people, but it will work just as much with activities, with whatever else. Yeah, there is, I'm getting that there is a better understanding on how you want to interact with other people, right? And that's the part that, of course, is relative to love story. Because this is almost like there was a disbalance on where the equal give and take was not available for one or another reason. And it's a collective reading, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. There's several scenarios here of who was not treated fairly, what was done. Like at the end of it, in the scenario where there is a disbalance, both people are not treated fairly, let's be honest, right? So this is like finding the truth about what was wrong there, right? Or even understanding that that's what was happening, right? And in October, finding ways to be more of to be in more regular, equal partnerships with people, right? Personal, but also others. Like personal also doesn't just talk about romantic relationship. It can be friendships, relationship with family members, right? So it's like revisiting those and seeing how it can be more balanced and more cooperative, rather than just using each other for something, right? Or complaining quietly that that person doesn't do this, so this person, like, I've invested so much and then don't do XYZ, right? So it's like being more wise about approaching relationships and keeping the reciprocity going. And that includes a scenario, for some of you it's relative and I'm hearing I need to talk about it, a scenario when the other person is not really giving you what you need, what you want, right? Like you feel like you're investing a lot more than they do. But it's important to acknowledge that, and not just from a perspective of like making them feel bad about it, but acknowledging from a point of, well, then I'm not supposed to be investing that much in it, in that dynamic, in that interaction, because it naturally creates imbalance. And even if you're responsible for creating imbalance from a point of giving too much, you're the one that's going to be held responsible energetically and get that karma on your side, right? So it's important to acknowledge these things. That's what's happening. That's what's helping you find inspiration to do something different, to try something new, and take it how it resonates for where you are in your personal life and in your relationship. It might as well be, for some people, I'm getting that this is like starting a completely new relationship or a desire to start a new relationship. So that means at least what was before, you understand it's not going to work. I'm walking away from it, right? And even if you don't have anything specific in front of you, which is what the Fool's journey is, it's that faith, right? I don't know what the target is. I don't know what I'm going to get on this journey, but I'm taking a leap of faith. So it's taking a leap of faith. There's something much better out there for you, right? And feeling more confident to walk that path, because you're better equipped now to find it, to notice it, and to appreciate it. Whew. Okay, for your career space, Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords, and Seven of Cups. Also spoke about the swords already, kind of. There will be somebody who will step in to help you find that secret sauce, you know, to discover what is more truthful to you, what relates more to what your natural dispositions are, right? What your skill set is, right? Because there's going to be a lot of different choices. At some point, it may be tricky to make one, right? Or like you'll know that you'll need to make some choices because you won't be able to invest in everything right away, right? So there is somebody around, could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, that will be, doesn't have to be a woman, although it's a queen energy here, but it's somebody with experience and wisdom that will be able to not necessarily tell you what to do, but determine for yourself what's more important right now, like help you find that mechanism, right, of how can you tell, right, so that you can decide for yourself. Advice: the King of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. So continue working on something new is coming in the physical, new project, new opportunity, new partnership, right? Maybe opportunity to find a new place to live, even, right? It's something new, maybe even a trip somewhere. But the important part is, in order to make the most out of this experience, is to continue working on your emotional space, right? So that you're more in touch with your emotions and you can use them as a technique, as a tool, as a marker of what's going on and how to function in a certain reality, and also to be more authentic and more honest, so that your heart and head space are more connected, if that makes sense. In this deck, this card has a specific meaning to it. Knight of Wands is usually like a passionate drive, like, you know, like for some sexual energy on the high, right? But in this deck, because there is a mask that this knight is wearing, and the horse has also different colors, like it has more symbolism around the fact that this is like somebody who's on their way of finding who they really are, right? And that passion, yes, that's the fire that keeps them going, but there's still a certain amount of automated behavior or something that was learned and is part of subconscious instincts, right, that we don't necessarily think about. And some of them work for us well, right? Like that's the point, right? It's the programming that's supposed to just work. We don't need to think about it. But some of it is not working for you. It's working against you, right? So the advice is to continue looking at that and seeing what actually is working against you. Like if you're not getting to where you want to get, then revisit that. What kind of programming is driving you in this? What are you doing and why? Messages from your person of interest to yourself. I have to run to my next appointment, but I want to see what we have here for you, Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius from their person of interest. Okay, I've got the Six of Wands in reverse here and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. That's the general idea. Your person is telling you that they want it all with you, right? The Ten of Pentacles is that family card, is creating a legacy together, right? It's being there for each other. It's that partnership with capital P on different levels. But they understand that right now it may not be the case. They still have faith that it's going to be available, or at least they're telling you that's what they're looking for, right? But right now they almost have to retreat and do some revisiting of strategy and some healing in their own space. They understand that right now this is not necessarily available for the two of you, but that's what they're striving for. So they know that it's going to take a bit of time, but they're ready to wait. So Six Wands is a victory card, but in reverse it's like a delayed victory, right? Like there is faith that it's all going to work out, but it's just not a good time for now. And now is time to focus more on individual space and working towards own happiness, joy, and ways to get motivated and to get to that to this part where it's not just taken for granted, right? Or we don't play small, but we go full on because we know ourselves better and we can partner with each other in the best possible way to get to that Ten of Pentacles. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today, guys. I love you all. Don't forget to check readings for other placements. This is for Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. Thank you very much, and